1, 2. Welcome back to the Acoustic Shop. I am John, here with Jeremy. I know it's weird, but we got Jeremy back again. And we are here to talk about Bedell guitars and this beautiful limited edition. So here we go.
I'm excited.
So we're back again, and like I said, going to talk about Bedell. Before we do that, I do want to mention that we do have that little intro that we just played, an entire video with that entire song on it.
That was our grandfather's clock.
That was the grandfather's clock. That is available on another video, as well as at the end of this. If you don't want to listen to us talk about this, you will hear tone samples of this particular guitar at the very end of these, with timestamp.
I don't think anybody ever jumps to the end because they like listening to us talk.
Everybody jumps to the end. We got all the
That's what we're doing this for.
Jeremy.
If they want to hear the guitar, then come play it in the store. But if you want to hear us talk about the guitar, come to our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe, like the page, share it with people. Make sure everyone knows about it, because the more people that follow it, the bigger the algorithm is. Like, algorithms
I don't
multiply,
even know what an algorithm
and then Google
is.
recognizes it and sends the message to YouTube to boost the post.
Do you actually know what an algorithm is?
I've just heard the term.
Okay.
There's also a YouTube video on algorithms, and it's like a polyrhythm, but I think it's 6/8 time.
I think we've gone too far.
Anyway, be sure to like this and comment below if you did like it, and if you do understand what algorithms are, please explain it to us, because I just hear that more people like it, the better we do.
There you go. So, now that we are done talking about rhythms and algos and polys and whatever the heck you were talking about, let's talk about Bedell guitars. And this particular one, I fell in love with this guitar. It is amazing. Bedell guitars, once again, have done it, and we are glad to have them in the shop. This is one of the limited dreads that were built. So here's the deal. It's 2021. Things were slow. These were on offer in 2020 as a limited edition
I think we saw it at the Winter NAMM show before everything closed down.
And everything has been kind of slow to come out, and so this one just got done and just made its way here. Absolutely stunned. These guitars were all specialty woods. All of them had a cutaway, whether it was the OM, whether it was a dread. All of them had the LR Bags Anthem already installed. And then here's what made it. All had just premium woods, and this one is amazing. It is a figured Indian rosewood.
Looks like somebody painted that. But It's just the wood grain.
We were discussing this. I actually think this is like a weird Rorschach test. I know what I see in there, which I already had somebody tell me that there's something wrong with me. I see a rabbit. There's eyes and 2 little ears right there, and
you don't want to know what I see.
This thing is, it's like a waterfall. It is just, everything is just fluid and moving in here, and I don't know who picked this out in the shop, but what an amazing set. And here's the deal. A little inside information. We've actually got to see some of the stock of what Bedell has. We've got some custom guitars that are being built that we have particularly picked the pieces for. This is not an exception. This is actually pretty common for the stuff that they have. I think Bedell right now has probably the finest selection of premium tonal woods out there right now.
And what's amazing with that is you can say that, like, the quality and the beauty of the wood is just exceptional compared to just about any of the competitors out there. And Tom himself is like the most sustainable harvested wood guy out there. In fact, if you haven't seen the TED Talk, go on while you're on YouTube. Be sure to search TED Talk Tom Bedell. He talks about his mission. Put a link to that. His mission for sustainably harvested wood, and it really inspired us. We're going to be getting a lot more involved this year in making sure our guitars kind of hit a standard for sustainability and offering those options to our customers. And it was all inspired by Tom. But why I'm saying that is, that doesn't mean that it's inferior wood. Like, you can be sustainably harvested and find even the more beautiful, more superior wood, and for prices that I think Tom said it adds like $2 to a top to make sure that it's sustainably harvested, which is just, I'm willing to pay that.
And you'll see that throughout the entire lineup of Bedell guitars. We've seen some of the most premium, amazing pieces of these woods that come out, and yet everybody goes and looks at the sticker and goes, I cannot believe this is so affordable. So not only is it sustainable, not only is it some of the most gorgeous stuff that we've seen, but it's actually some of the most affordable stuff in a premium hand-built guitar here in the U.S. So,
and people that aren't familiar, Tom is he's the owner of Two Old Hippies, which is kind of a family of instrument builders, including the Weber mandolin that I'm playing now, and also Breedlove guitars.
Which we can talk about here. We are a new Breedlove dealer. By the time you see this video, hopefully we will have some inventory in stock.
But Tom even took a step further with all the brands now are going to be completely sustainably harvested wood. Make sure everything's hitting that standard, including the import line for his Breedloves, which we're going to do more videos on that, so be sure to check that out when those are available. But what really turned us on to him originally, obviously Weber mandolins we were familiar with for years, kind of really got to know the people down there with Weber mandolins, got introduced to the Bedell line, and then the wood just pretty much sealed the deal. It was just gorgeous wood. The build quality of these instruments is second to none. And then his mission just really sent it all home, I think.
Yeah, I think that there's really something. For those of you that don't know Bedell guitars, it is the subset of Breedlove guitars. The sustainability is amazing. The quality and craftsmanship is amazing. And again, affordable prices. That's what I'm really, really impressed with. Until we became a dealer, was not as familiar with these guitars. Becoming a dealer has made both of us big fans. There's a lot of really cool things. So I want to get to the specifics of this, but before I do, I want to talk about some of the really cool things that they do, and this continues throughout the entire line. This card I have over here is really cool. Every guitar has this, and this is kind of their build style. It says what it is, and you'll get to see close up of this hopefully in a little bit. What style it is, the model. It talks about the playing style, so it says a heavy playing style, built for me. Date completed, weight. It actually tells you the actual weight of this guitar. So this particular one is 4 pounds, 7 ounces when it was born.
It's like a birth certificate.
I was about to say that. It talks about the top thickness. In this one case, it's a .097. A top frequency. Now this is where it gets interesting. They're actually building this to a certain frequency. They're trying to find a resonant frequency of the top itself. In this case, it ended up measuring out at 163 hertz, which is where they were in the target range.
So just listening to it, I would have said 164, but I mean, they've measured it with some scientific equipment.
Yeah, your ear is pretty darn close.
I was within 100.
And then here's where it also gets really interesting. Back thickness and resonant frequency. They actually tell you the back thickness as well as the resonant, in this case, 209 hertz. And then this is really cool. The guitar's fundamental frequency. I really find this interesting. This is the overall resonant frequency of the guitar. And when we talk to Tom and we talk to some of the folks in the shop, you build a guitar, you finish it, you have it, at a frequency range. Finish and putting it all together is going to change all that. So what is really, really cool is, again, they have that target. If it gets off target, they actually go in there after it's assembled and work on this guitar to get it back to that fundamental frequency that they're looking for. So again, really cool things about Bedell guitars. Now we talk about this guitar.
They're like part environmentalist, part mad scientist, and then obviously a large part artisan.
That's right.
The way they build these. So very impressive, the science that they take to their build.
Really, like you said, they are. It's artists. They love music. They're obviously doing a new approach at making that happen. So very, very cool. The limited series, this was a really cool combination. I think all of them had an Adirondack spruce top or red spruce top, which this obviously has. You had a choice, I think, in the Dreadnoughts of a Cocobolo Brazilian, which we had a gorgeous Brazilian in the shop, and a figured Indian rosewood. Those were the three choices you had. Now, in the smaller bodies, they had an OM. I think they did the figured Indian. I think they did a Koa. I may be wrong on this, but I think there was. And then a Brazilian on that one as well. All of them, I believe, had a Adirondack spruce top. All of them had cutaways, which made them unique, and the LR Baggs Anthem system. If you haven't played an Anthem, these are great guitars. pickup systems. We like them. It is a mic and pickup combo system with all of your internal components right here inside the sound hole. So a couple other special features on this particular one. Beautiful Waverly round buttons. I like these, the 30 style buttons. Waverly's on that particular one. Tortoise bound, but with wood purfling. It's really kind of really unique and looks great. No pick guard on these guitars, so some people love that. If you end up needing a pick guard, obviously you can add one.
We have some.
It makes it a lot easier that we don't have to remove one. So kudos to you guys for doing that. We have a lot of custom guards that a lot of people like to add, so that gives you that option too. Ebony fretboard, ebony bridge, of course bone nut and saddle as of right now. This particular one looks like it's using the standard nickel silver fret wire, but there are some models from Bedell that use Evo or EVO, which we are both big fans of. Here's the deal. I think this is another one of those really fine built guitars. We were knocked out when we pulled it out of the case and looked at it. When we play it, even more so. You guys all have heard me when we had the Brazilian in. When it comes to dreadnoughts, I'm not a cutaway person. I keep finding myself very tempted with these. Luckily, in this case, I didn't have to decide that that was my case, that I had to have a cutaway, because this guitar sold within hours of having it in here. In fact, it's already sold. We just have it in here and we wanted to talk about it. But every time these guitars keep coming in and I'm like, it's not my thing, but I like it a lot and it may become my thing. So
You're a convert.
I'm becoming a convert. So a convertible. I'm convertible. Anyway, Bedell Guitars has knocked it out again. One more time. We just got to look at this. I mean, Jared, seriously.
I still can't tell you what I see, but
is there something else you could see?
You guys see it too, I'm sure, right? Put a family filter on this.
Anyway, this is absolutely beautiful. This is another gorgeous Bedell guitar, and now we'll just kind of listen to it and see what y'all think.
Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal so we're going to use it on all the videos.
Good
I
plan.
hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, then subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshop.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but no. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out, play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
No.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're going to say mean things back. So.
We may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.